All right, so here are all the types of journals I have. And you got two more right here. Bring this down a little bit. Got three right here. Got my pocket journals. And we got two right here. I'm going to show you them. Now, you do not need all of these, all right? But if you want to be a madman like me, I can't stop you, right? All right. So let's start with the ones you already know. The books of life and business. These are what I call catch-alls, right? You write literally whatever you want in here. You can talk about your feelings in here. You can talk about your day in here. You can take notes in here. You can do gratitude in here. Literally doesn't matter. It's about life. For me, it's about business too, because I'm an entrepreneur. So I was learning about business, about mindset, stuff like that, and I was writing my notes in here. That's why I call it the Book of Life and Business. You can call it whatever you want, because it's your book to do whatever you want. It's lit. So that's why we have the books of life and business. And these are altitude journals, right? So these two will be the first two links. Next we have, let's show you my gratitude journal, right? You've already seen this one. I showed you the planner, which is over there, which I don't feel like getting. But I use this for daily gratitude. It's actually it's called gratitude and lifelong storytelling. There's a concept called homework for life by a storyteller, author, awesome guy. His name is Matthew Dix. And he wrote a book called Storyworthy. So if you want, I'll link his book on Storyworthy, but I'll also link a TED Talk where he talks about homework for life. But homework for life is basically just a concept of, at the end of the day, you sit down, ask yourself, just sit down for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, honestly. And you just say, what was the most story-worthy moment of today? It can be a small thing. It can be an amazing thing. Maybe you just write about how you were washing the dishes, you were jamming out to some tunes, and you just really liked that moment. You felt very happy in that moment, very present in that moment. That can be your story. Doesn't matter. It could be something big and crazy about how you got a promotion, how you feel lit. You're on top of the world. Big win you got from the day. Doesn't matter. The reason I decided to have my gratitude journaling and my homework for life journaling in the same place is because they heavily accomplish the same thing. And it's allowing you to be more appreciative of the small things in life, not taking anything for granted, and viewing the world through a lens of storytelling, of sharing, of giving. That's what gratitude is about. It's about giving thanks. That's what stories are about. It's about giving emotion, giving lessons, right? It's all about giving. It's all about love. So that's why they're in the same place. So this is the GLS, gratitude and lifelong storytelling. Now, here is the points log. The points log is amazing. This is a portion journal. I actually don't know where you can get these. I'll try to look for you. So if I found it, that'll be the link after the Storyworthy and the TED Talk from Matthew. But the points log is a concept I came up with, and it's basically just a productivity tracker, right? So you have in here all the things that give you points, all the things that you've earned. You can pause this. I'm not going to read this to you, but pause this. And you track. You have a goal. So for me, that's 50 points. I got to 70 points. I wanted to start doing 70 points once I hit 50 for 1 week, but then I fell off. I got into a rut. So I'm back to 50, and that's okay. But it's basically just to track how productive you've been. Now, I will say this. The points log is amazing because it allows you to be productive and it allows you to capitalize on your time. I'm actually going to do a bonus on the points log, so we're not going to go too deep into that. Now I have my pocket journals, right? And I have the vault. Let me show you. And this is a moleskin. Now, I have actually yet to truly fill this, but the idea of the vault is to take everything in your pocket journals. The key ideas, not everything, right? But the key ideas, the key thoughts, the things that truly matter, and to put them in the vault. So you have one place to go and through and reflect on your best ideas, the best thoughts you have, the best things that you want to create about, you want to talk about, you want to make videos about maybe. That's the combination of the vault and the pocket journals. And my pocket journals, I call them the tiny book for creative impulses and notes, right? What is a creative impulse? It's that idea you get. It's that sudden struck of creativity when the muse comes, when you show up, or sometimes when you just are thinking. We don't realize this, but a lot of the times we show up without actually physically showing up. And so even if we're just doing something like if we're taking a piss, right? Or if we're in the shower, right? This is where shower thoughts come from. Because you start thinking about something like your business, like your YouTube channel. You show up even though you haven't physically been like, all right, what ideas am I going to make for my YouTube channel? But you showed up and now you're getting those ideas. Those are creative impulses. And capturing those creative impulses, that is very powerful. Because if you don't capture them, they're probably going to be gone like the wind. Then that sucks. But we're going to talk more about pocket journals and my story with those in another bonus. And finally, we have my critical notes. So I call this one the bank, and I call this one the lab. So the bank was the OG, and it was for critical thinking and note taking. But I filled it up since then. And this one is the lab, which is where I have a lot of my notes. And I'm going to start using this one full time now. But I use this for full guides, for research, for doing my courses and stuff. And so these are basically just so you can have a separate place if you want to talk about your feelings, you want to talk about your emotions in one place, like the Bo Lab, right? Or if you want to not call it the Bo Lab because it's not of life and business, maybe it's just ball or bull, whatever. And then you have another place for where you think critically, where you ponder on ideas, you gather quotes from people, you start synthesizing ideas, you start putting things together, and then you can deliver them, right? That's the point of the bank, or the lab, or the vault, whatever. So it's a place to come together, put these ideas together from multiple different sources, from other people, from yourself, and have them all in one place. Now, I like to have tables of contents because I'm a nerd, and I like to be organized, right? So here's my table of contents in BoLab, V1. Here's my table of contents in the bank. I'll show you real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot the bank is weird. I was a weirdo with this one. So like the table of contents is kind of like in the middle. Don't ask why. But here's that. So yeah, pretty cool. I like having a table of contents because I can just go there if I want to find something, or if I'm looking for something specifically, I know exactly how to find it. Helps me out. So I'd say if you want to do that, just keep somewhere between 3 and 5 pages empty in the front of your journal, and just rock out. Lydiana. Yep, that's the end of this one. Next video is going to be about pocket journals and why they will absolutely save your mind.